Welcome to the Fire Takes podcast. My name is Tim. I don't think I say that ever, maybe, but I'm Tim. I am joined today, as always, by the Fire Millennial, Gwen. How you doing, Gwen?
I'm doing all right.
Cool. Now everybody knows who both of us are. That was weird. Like, I've been thinking about that. Like, I listen to the recording every week. And I'm like, I just jump straight to the introduction.
You introduced me.
And then I listen to other podcasts and they say, oh, hi, this is, and here is my co-host, Bobbity-Ba. And me, no, I went my own way for, 27 episodes.
Maybe you should just say, hey, everyone, Tim and Gwen here.
Hey, everybody. All right. Well, let's get right into it. How about that? The first story we got is from RAITAH. It is, wife has been working in quote-unquote sales. It's a 100% commission gig, and for the past 9 months, she hasn't made a penny. Title sums up the situation. She spends 6 to 7 hours a day and demands to be uninterrupted in her home office. We have 3 kids, and I work full-time paying for everything, getting off work at noon. So as soon as I'm home, she's MIA until dinner time. It's really starting to piss me off because she has literally not made a single penny, and she even has to spend money to buy her own leads.
Wait a second.
I wouldn't care if she didn't have a job at all and was just a stay-at-home mother. It's the hiding in her office or too busy to do any chores or spend time with the family while listening to quote-unquote Agent Academy or other motivational lectures from team leaders.
Red flag.
She claims I don't support her.
Red flag.
I did at first, but it's very difficult after 9 months with literally negative profit. Am I the asshole for complaining about this?
Bruh. Do you think that the company is in a vaguely shape with a
triangular shape,
sides
maybe?
that go up and meet in a peak?
At a peak?
Like that look like
But what if it was in 3 dimensions? What would that be called?
I wasn't very good at that section of math.
Oh, got it. Well, I remember from geometry. I think it was a pyramid.
Oh, I was going to say Pyrex. That's wrong.
Oh, yeah. No, that's Tupperware.
Pyramid scheme. MLM.
It's an FOM.
No, bruh's not the asshole.
Oh my goodness. What are these people doing with their lives?
Apparently not making any money and hiding in their office all day.
What's the pull here, right? The wife wants to, or I guess what gets these people hung up in this? Like, do they want to contribute, or do they just want to feel a different way? What do you think it is?
Well, I think it's probably, as a woman, she probably didn't want to be just a stay-at-home mom, right?
Right.
Bring in your own money, have a little bit of agency, be someone other than mom,
Right.
mom 400 times a day.
Yeah, I mean, she's got 3 kids. That's a lot of kids.
It's a choice to work 6-7 hours a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
6-7.
Can't believe we went there. But yes. So she's got the 3 kids. They're running around saying 6, 7. And then she's like, no, I'm going to lock myself in my office for some unspecific amount of time.
Very fair, to be honest,
Yeah.
I can understand that for sure.
I would totally want to do that. And then you feel like, I'm sure that these MLMs are really good at making you feel important, right? Like,
well, yeah, she's got meetings to attend. They're motivational.
You're at Agent Academy because you're an agent of.
I gotta Google which one this is.
Oh, who has Agent Academy? I don't know if it's going to be specific enough. You don't think that a lot of them have Agent Academy, do you?
Well, the first one that pops up is Mike Costigan Millionaire Agent Academy. So maybe.
But she hasn't made a penny. Far from being a millionaire.
Yeah.
So that doesn't seem to track, unless what you're telling me is that the marketing is false.
I would never say that. But the fact that she spent a lot of her own money on this and not made a single dime in return.
Well, it doesn't say that she spent a lot of money, and it does say that she spent money to buy her own leads. So, but that's weird. If it was like Mary Kay, you don't spend money to buy leads, right?
No.
So it's got to be something a little different than I'm selling widgets or knickknacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Amway, probably.
Probably. They accost people in coffee shops.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Now we're just now we're doing investigative journalism on what exactly OP's wife got wrapped up into.
Wow.
But I mean, what we're doing here though, to give the take of is like, no. First of all, OP's not the asshole. No, you should complain this. You should shut this down. Your wife's in the middle of a scam. Be gentle, right? Like, because your wife is in a scam, she's being fleeced. That's going to be hard to like accept, right? So you got to be gentle with your partner whenever they're struggling with something, and then you've got to walk them out of it. Yeah. Oof. Yep. Oh yeah. Here, top comment. Wait, is she into an MLM? Forget asshole or not. You need to get her out if she is. And he says, I have tried many times. It is indeed an MLM. Then it's not a sales job. It's just a scam.
That comment has 10,000 upvotes, by the way, which is impressive.
Yeah. Working at McDonald's is more profitable. At least she can bring home a Happy Meal.
Yeah, somebody said, I think it's the sunk cost fallacy that makes it so hard to get out. MLMs monetize that. They're like vampires.
Yeah.
So someone said they use the same tactics that cults use to convince their victims to stay. Victim blaming, social pressure, isolation, and faux inclusivity, i.e. preying on people who are marginalized or vulnerable, such as stay-at-home parents, military spouses, the disabled, etc.
Yep. And solves the mystery. OP actually comes out and says it's the Symmetry Financial Group.
Oh.
Who knows what that is? Never heard of it. And OP does come back with an update. He says, I really appreciate everyone's advice. We had a long fight, then a talk.
So I don't think he went the gentle approach.
They started with the fight, but they're talking. Hey.
I wonder if he started off with, hey, want to fight?
Hey, you want to fight? Yeah, that's normally how we start our fights.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, are we fighting now? You want to fight?
You want to fight? It kind of disarms the whole thing.
It
really.
does.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Not that we've actually had like that many fights.
Not a lot of fights, but yeah, that disarming and like pointing out the ridiculousness of it, I think, has been helpful.
I think it's because we communicate like
We talk
grown human beings.
like grown ass folk. All right, and before we fight about it, I'm gonna continue reading. You interrupted my reading.
I did. You want to fight about it?
No, not really. I think she sees the light now. She is going to use her insurance license to look for a real opportunity. So at least there was a bright side to starting this. She admitted she didn't see a future here, but felt like she couldn't just give up and admit defeat. She's going to stop buying leads from them and use some of the alternate lead generating sites people recommended here to keep practicing while she job hunts. It did help her a lot with her social and emotional growth, I think. She has realized it was just scratching an itch to do something and be something more. I understand that aspect and am helping her find a new outlet. She even worked out with me for the first time. I think we made a good compromise for going forward. Hope it all turns out well. Hey, what do you know? That seems like a pretty good outcome as far as Reddit people go.
Yeah, you know it's interesting because my mom got sucked into 31 bags. Do you remember those?
Nope.
So 31 bags, they had some purses, some lunch bags, but I think their real big thing was their like grocery holder bags for like the back of your car. And you could embroider your name on it and everything. And she was like, hey, I'm going to get you one. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, I don't need one. I'm okay. And she was like, what? But like, you should get one too. Like, you should totally buy. And I was like, no, I don't need them. Like, please don't ask me to buy them. Please don't give me one. Spoiler, she still did. But, she got pretty upset when I wouldn't buy from her.
Yeah.
And, like, this is my mom who taught me about finances and, like, to avoid stuff like that. So later she did come back and say that she was proud of me for resisting her social peer pressure and doing the things that she taught me. So
Yeah.
slight silver lining there. But thankfully that was the only scam that my mom has got sucked into other than her political beliefs. But that's a different story. So,
But I mean, that's kind of a powerful story, though, that your mom, she got sucked into it. She came out on the other side, and then not only did she come out on the other side, she was like able to like kind of look back and be like, "Oh wow, you really stood firm and you did the right thing, and you didn't just like." And it's when you push back on a loved one and family, in a time when they're like not doing the right thing, it makes the way you treat them in good times more genuine, right? So it's kind of nice that you guys had that like little rough spot, and then you were able to kind of come back at the end.
well, that wasn't our first.
Sure, right?
Probably not going to be our last. So, we've had some practice at that.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I love my mom. She's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But she is.
Wait a minute, that wasn't the full arc of your mother-daughter story.
It's just a small little sliver there.
A small little MLM room. All right, next story is from Our Middle Class Finance, and this is a big one, so buckle in. It is imbalance of financial contributions between spouses. Hi, been dealing with a lot of imbalances in our relationship when it comes to finances, and not sure there's going to be an easy fix, but would sure appreciate some outside advice. General info, married 25 years, 2 kids, 19 and 21. I worked for years at a fairly high-paying job, but company was sold. I was laid off, and we ended up moving states. I got a new job, but even now, 10 years later, I'm earning half of what I was when you take inflation into account. Wife has undiagnosed borderline personality disorder, possibly NPD, or at least traits of both. That's from therapist observations and years of my own therapy. It's relevant in that one of the traits is impulsivity as well as low self-worth. Spending recklessly is a trait. The anger that results from these conditions means that for years after I got a new job, I felt pressure to continue providing the same lifestyle, one well above our means. I was told that I wasn't treating her like a man needs to treat a woman, and she needs to be wined and dined. I have been threatened with divorce more times than I could count, and rages lasting days, including swearing, screaming, berating me. Could ensue if I wasn't providing a lifestyle that she was accustomed to. This meant eating out a lot, traveling, and racking up $70,000 in debt. Over 8+ years, we pulled quite a bit from IRA accounts. I have done a lot of therapy and started implementing boundaries in a lot of areas. Things overall have been better, but definitely a long way to go. Finances have always been difficult conversation. We've seen a financial counselor, but just as things go with couples therapy, it doesn't end well. The last 2 therapists we saw told my wife we can't do couples therapy until she gets her own therapy to deal with her issues, and probably needs DBT for at least 6 months, a form of therapy to help deal with dysregulated emotions. Thank God for my own therapy. I've been able to work on my own spending. No more spending what can't be paid for. No more vacations unless we save. Reduced dining out budgets and consolidated half of our credit card debt into lower interest loans and have a payoff plan, but it will still take about 4 years if nothing changes. Me, I take home just under $10,000 a month, living pretty much check to check. 95% of my income goes towards household expenses, debts, and savings. I try to set aside around $400 for myself, includes therapy, copays, haircuts, and other personal treats or savings for something I want, etc. Wife earns about $5,000 a month, does some consulting, so it varies from time to time, but it's going to start getting up to $6,000 a month now. She contributes about $2,100 to household finances. She pays probably for some of our dinners out and odd things for the kids, but most of the remaining income of hers is spent every month on shopping, household items, knickknacks we don't need, clothes, expensive lunches out with friends, alcohol, and she takes 2 personal vacation years, girls trips. She earns much of her income with private consulting and doesn't save for taxes even. Last year, I sent the info to our accountant and calculated what she earned. Every time I've broached the topic of changing how finances are handled, she becomes enraged and accuses me of wanting all her money, of being controlling, unreasonable, etc. Thanks to my therapy and a lot of self-work, I realize that doesn't fly anymore.
Good.
This is where I'd like some advice. I'm working with my therapist to have a chat with my wife on finances and making some adjustments. I don't expect it to go well at all, but I need to have the conversation and see where things land. I actually think my approach of what my proposal is extremely fair and probably still a little imbalanced on her side. What I'm proposing is, 1, we set up a bank account for her consulting taxes. Every time she gets consulting income, 20% goes into that account first. 2, she continues paying to the household bills she's been paying. 3, we try to come up with a figure for her to have a certain amount of play money monthly. What to use for her personal spending to include her hair, girl products, going out to eat, and just doing whatever she wants. She also needs set some extra money aside if she wants to plan girls' trips as well. I'm thinking $1,000 a month. I would be shocked if she would agree to that amount, but I still think that is pretty excessive considering our debt situation and that we have almost no savings. Most of whatever else comes in for her income goes into debt. We set up a certain amount that can also go to emergency savings and then a small amount to go into a goal travel fund. That way she and I can both feel like we're working towards something and that if we stay on plan, there would be money for a small trip next year perhaps. That's where I want to start. That's why I need opinions from others. Maybe that's even going too far to her side. I guess I just need that affirmation when she flips out. The more likely scenario is she will refuse to make any changes and just tells me she's going to manage things herself. Or she might go along with it but demand an excessive amount for personal spending, like $2,000 a month. At the end of the day, I cannot control what she does with her income, so there's not much I can do to force it. But I do have a plan B. Whatever happens, I'm going to take a couple days to think about it after the conversation. But right now, my inclination is to, 1, let her know starting next year, I will be filing my taxes, married, filing individually. We do jointly right now, and I am the partner on the LLC, so we can't file individually this year. That would mean she would not be able to leverage the write-offs for the things I am paying for, such as the mortgage, etc. I'm not going to be liable for her taxes if she continues to be fiscally irresponsible. Number 2, dig through the budget and look at any conceivable area that I can cut back. For example, the toll stickers for the cars are paid by my card. She would have to get a sticker and put it on her own car. I'd probably have to stop or nearly stop putting any money towards eating out. That's a big deal for her. I mean, we do enjoy going out to eat together. That's kind of our Nate night. Maybe I need some assurances that that's the right thing to do. I just know that would be a big wedge in the relationship. But I don't have a lot of financial levers that I have control over. I think I would probably start taking all the savings that I had and any extra money from cutbacks I could find alone with possibly reducing the debt payment so I could put more money aside. However, if things don't change, then I might have to make sure I have money socked away in case of divorce. This is the absolute last thing I want, but I'm just not sure what to do anymore. Would appreciate advice from others. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's been in a one-sided relationship.
Bruh.
That's a lot. That was a lot. Well, I was like, I'm looking at this wall of text.
I'm just sitting here with my mouth open because that, like, OP has got to be like a saint, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he has put up with all that.
I mean, he's bringing home $10K a month. I bet he's got to be making $200K.
Well, we don't know if that's pre or post tax.
He says take home.
Oh.
Take home $10K a month. So.
Yeah, he's probably doing all right. Like, how much was he earning beforehand? Jeez.
Yeah.
Probably in tech and got laid off and had to go somewhere else less in tech. But, like, one thing that I have learned in relationships is that, like, you don't threaten to break up or divorce unless you're going to do it.
Right.
Like, I would never joke about getting divorced.
Yeah, it's kind of a Rubicon.
Yeah. So, like, if she's like, we should just get divorced, then get divorced, right? If she doesn't think you're a man because you're not treating her right because you literally can't afford to anymore the way she was accustomed to. Man, he's in a one-sided relationship right now, but he should just be like alone in.
I mean, he'd be in a
himself.
better spot.
He would be in so much better shape.
But what is he? I mean, they've got adult kids.
Yeah, they're 19 and 21.
So, but
he stuck it out for the kids.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he stuck out of marriage with a wife with some significant diagnosable mental issues. It seems like. I assume he loves her. Right? Like, there's
at
something.
One point, yeah.
Yeah, there's something that he's sticking out for. Yeah, he is. He does seem like a saint. This is his writing, though. So like hopefully we all tell ourselves a pretty good version of our own story. So going to OP's plan here, I think it is, as he said, not as harsh as it probably should be, but it is reasonable steps in the right direction. But if the wife doesn't see value in like getting rid of their debt, having savings, having financial stability, like all those things, it's going to be a struggle the whole way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, man, I would love to see your meat talk on this one because, whew, that's a lot.
There's quite a bit. And I'm trying to see ages. So they've been married for 25 years. So they're probably 50-ish. Well, they're almost certainly at least 50, right? So this guy's already had a kind of a traumatic career shift. So this $10,000 a month. But yeah, something could happen and he's not making $10,000 a month anymore. And this sounds like they're kind of living on the edge here, right? With a bunch of debt. Considering what they're bringing in as a household, they're in a really rough financial situation. They should not be worried about money at all.
$15,000 of income a month?
Yeah. They should be killing it.
Yeah, and instead she's not working with him. Instead, she's actively working against him.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's $15,000 a month, but while his $10,000 is take-home pay, the wife's is gross. That she is taking home and then spending.
She is gross.
That is gross. Yeah, that's not good whenever you spend all your taxes on girls' trips.
Oof.
Yeah, not great.
Well,
let's see how are the comments treating this one?
Said you're trying to approach the money issue in a rational, logical way. That's going to fail with her because she's not thinking rationally or logically about this issue. Yeah. It's very common as money is not just numbers, but connects with our priorities, principles, even emotions. I deserve a treat today. It's even worse in your case due to her mental illness.
Yeah, it sounds like a never-ending battle. In the long run, divorce is easier and you will likely come out ahead financially. But once again, applying logic to this financial situation, you can't just say, hey, get a divorce. Well, if he's in love, you can't just turn that off and cash out your chips like it's a casino.
Someone said I was married to a borderline. Emphasis was eject now.
Yeah.
Their superpower is wrecking the lives of everyone around them, blaming everyone around them for begging her to stop, then laughing about it. They cannot be fixed. They can only manage it if they choose to, and most don't because they enjoy it too much. Oof. So that's harsh.
Yeah.
And painting a really broad brush. And we know some people with borderline who are not like that at all. But that's because they don't want to be, right? They put in the work to not be that kind of person. And why?
Not this commenter's ex-wife though.
Yeah, not that one. But why should she? Why should she put in the work? She's getting everything she wants from this.
Yeah, someone points out that this sounds a little bit like financial abuse, and it is. If this was a man and a woman, 100%, right? This we would be talking about how horrible this financial abuse is. And then this commenter also asks if there's anything left for fighting to save. And he says, if there was an I love her but ... in there, I missed it. And I would say I missed it as well.
Oof. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and this commenter also points out what we said. With those incomes of what I assume your age to be roughly, you should have at least a 7-figure household net worth. It's true.
Yeah. Well, let's hope the next story is a little more uplifting and not so depressing.
Well, it's not depressing. It's thinky, though. This one is from R. Askmen over 30. And it's, I am putting my career in cruise mode and I need some perspective. This self-reflection popped in my head briefly today while talking to a colleague being eager to try a new AI tool from an IT provider and another being very happy about meeting a software engineer that travels and delivers talks or whatever. Newer, shiny tools just bore me to death. I am now married and have a 5-month-old daughter. While there are many things I enjoy at work, above all, my life outside work is more interesting, and the stuff I do there fulfills me. Hobbies, family, meeting friends, and enjoying good food. I don't know. I feel lately, maybe a year or so, that I just cruise and let my career go along, fund my life and family, of course, while being professional and delivering my work on time. But those guys being career-driven and testing new stuff and skills gives me a FOMO. So, I picked this one. It's an interesting situation, and I think it's more common in men, and not a lot of them talk about it. I remember, like, when you have that young kid, so much of your life is outside of work, and 5 months ago, so much of his life was work, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cold bath, and I've heard this said before too. Is women become mothers over 9 months. And men become fathers kind of in an instant, right? It's just like all of a sudden, bam, there's a kid there. And you're a dad. So it is that cold plunge and that sudden splash. And I think that OP here is seeing that in his like relationship to his career of like, hey, this thing that was my world, i.e. my job, is now like so minuscule in comparison to what I got going on outside of work, right?
Yep. Well, and it goes to say something too about like this guy says, says he thinks that his life outside is more interesting and the stuff I do there fulfills me. Hobbies, family, meeting friends, enjoying good food. But like a lot of people, you ask them, a lot of men specifically, you ask them, what do you enjoy doing? And they're like, well, I work. And it's like, okay, what do you do outside work? And they're like,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is good that he is recognizing that hobbies, family, friends are more important than work, or more interesting than work. That's something that, I don't know, do we get an age for OP? Just
no.
He's posting it in over 30. No, here we go.
Man 35 to 39.
35 to 39. So yeah, he's just kind of getting towards that middle age where work consumes a lot of middle-aged men, I think. More so than the younger men who have kind of the energy to do both.
It's interesting that his username is Mad Teacher and he's in IT.
There you go. Well, no, he's talking about a AI tool from an IT provider. So he could be a teacher and getting new IET or, new AI tools and for...
As an IT professional, I think he's in IT.
Okay.
I deliver results, but don't want to go the extra mile. Work late on weekends, vacations, learn my own new languages or tools.
Does he have some more stuff in the comment?
No, that's just what he said in the edit.
Oh, his edit, it does imply maybe that his I'm coasting in my job declaration is a little bit overblown. I think I can definitely feel that myself. Like I like to say that I've detached from work and I'm kind of enjoying just going with the flow. But then, lately I've been finding more and more reasons to be stressed and sucked back in and more engaged and all of the things that kind of come with work. So it is the way you can kind of trick yourself and tell yourself that you're above work, you're above the grind, you're above what society expects of you. It's easy to get sucked right back down into kind of that normal, the reversion to the mean, I guess would be a good way to think about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never liked working, so I'm the wrong person to ask there.
That's true. Although you're working right now.
But this isn't work. I'm not getting paid to do this. This is fun.
Well, you're shopping for resale stuff.
I'm not doing that. I'm just... No, I'm thinking about reselling stuff, but I'm not like actively working on it at the moment because it takes too much brain power to do both things at the same time.
Gotcha.
I'm all yours.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And everybody listening to this episode.
The audience. Right.
So, hey guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, actually, while we're on that topic, so we're getting more and more listeners. Each episode seems to find a couple more listeners. What we're not getting though is like comments and interactions. I've put a couple of polls out. So if you guys are interested, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what stories we should be, hitting harder, or what topics we should be moving towards. I'll try to keep coming up with fun polls. I think my last poll was, should I be doing this, putting out these polls? And I didn't get any answers. So I'll try one more time and see if you guys are interested. Because it's not like a whole lot of work, but it is something that I can do or I can't. It's up to you guys. But yeah, so I don't do the whole call to action thing very often, but like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, smash. Whatever you do, smash it. Thank you for listening to the Fire Takes podcast. Wanted to remind you that this is an entertainment podcast. Gwen and I, not financial planners, just opinionated. There are many ways to reach us if you just go to firetakespod.com, including email, Instagram, Reddit, YouTube. You can hear more from Gwen at fierymillennials.com. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Also, that's just a little taste of how our brains work. Just notice that we said the exact same thing at almost the exact same time.
Trigger. We're like we're just a couple of sleeper agents around this.
Oh my
this
gosh!
house.
Yeah, the other day we were coming out of the restaurant, and what was the song playing?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and then we both just started singing it.
Yeah, well, both of us at the exact same time just busted out singing it.
But I think it was like it wasn't just we started singing the song.
No, it was like we waited for the chorus to start.
Or I think it was like we sang it in a way that was like in a movie or something. and we both did it at the same time.
Your daughter just looked at us and was like,
yeah,
you guys are weird.
100% sleeper agent activate.
But it's like all millennials and like a lot of like common references in media and life. Because like today I mentioned something. Oh, I was telling our friend how we don't do laundry very often. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, we just refer to it as Laundry Mountain. And she was like, I 100% got that reference, even though you didn't say what it was. And even though you didn't even say it right, you put it into context. And I was like, I didn't explain because I didn't have to, because I knew that you would get the "Let's go to Candy Mountain, Charlie" reference when I just said it like that.
Well, we got to taste the end of the monoculture though. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Once the internet came along and ruined everything. Once people started paying for cable internet,
right?
Or cable. Once people started paying for cable TV.
Yeah.
One could even argue that when baseball games went behind a paywall.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like the own sports channels. Mm-hmm. Used to be like lots of people watched baseball games because, it was on like WGN or like PBS or at the local stations. And now you gotta subscribe to 5 different
No longer the
streaming
working
services.
man's sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Everything, consuming all media it's like a little puzzle we get to solve every day.
Are you watching the show? No. Oh.
No.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
Good
right.
talk.
Yeah, good talk. Good talk. Yeah. No, I got someone explained a movie to me for an uncomfortably long amount of time today. So, yeah. But like, I had not seen the movie. It was kind of like his 10-second description was like, oh, that's an interesting movie. His 10-minute description, though, I was like, okay.
Did he sound like this?
basically-
And
then-
then
No, he was older than me actually, instead of younger than me. Anything else going on?
Celebrating my second sale.
Oh yeah, two
Yeah,
sales.
two sales.
in the hopper.
Better than one sale. So this one was about 60% more than the first sale. So
Nice.
Yeah. Going on up.
What kind of inventory do you got out on there? Yeah, how many? Do you know like how many items? Or I guess like what's your inventory to posting ratio?
I have a fair amount of inventory, but I'm really trying hard to list everything as fast as I can, but also like meter it out in like, they say consistency is key. So I'm taking photos of like 5 different things in one day and then like spreading that out over in the next couple of days. So I have 17 active listings.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably have half as much of that to list.
Interesting. And so posting every day changes the eBay algorithm?
That's what it said.
Huh. So like your things will be posted higher on search and that kind of stuff?
It says the algorithm rewards consistency. So
We must do everything for the algorithm.
the algorithm. But I have a lot of clothing listed. That's what I've put up so far because it's easy to package and
Sure.
easy to ship and pretty easy to do research and stuff on. I have some bigger ticket items that need to go up,
Yeah.
but they've required a little bit more of work to get out. So, yeah, I'm just playing around right now trying to find out like what is working, and so far that answer is close. But I've got some counted cross stitch stuff. I've got a couple sewing machines. I've got a couple of mixers. Got some speakers. Just whatever I can find that seems like there's a good profit margin.
I was at Costco today and I saw a speaker that was made to look like an amp, but it was just kind of an old school Bluetooth speaker, kind of like the 2 that you got at that estate sale, but it just felt a little old school. I wonder if people are moving away from the whole home voice assistant speakers and more towards just back to the Bluetooth speaker.
I don't know. But if somebody is interested in going back to that, I have 2 Urban Ears Stamen Bluetooth multi-room speakers. One in indigo blue and one in goldfish orange. So
Goldfish orange. Yeah.
reach out and let
They
me know
are-
if you're
they
interested, and
are,
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they are cool looking speakers.
Yeah, they're pretty good looking little deals, and they sounded pretty good.
Yeah, sure played Queen really well.
No, I don't know. I'm just not as big of an audiophile, I think. I don't know. Like I'm happy with the, I'm sure really crappy sounding little Google Home speaker, because it's just like it's like background noise and that makes my brain happy, as opposed to like the layers of audio excellence are.
Yeah. Yep. I'm right there with you. I mean, I just switched Spotify over to lossless on Wi-Fi, so it sounds better, but that's probably contributed towards our
Why we've used 6 gigabytes of audio today.
yeah, 6 gigabytes of internet. Yeah, for sure. But I love that we are a music household and not a TV household.
Yeah.
Because both you and me, if there's video on, like, we get really distracted. But, like, we can work with music on the background.
Yeah. That's true. All right. I think that's it for us, guys. I appreciate you listening. And like I said, I will say, I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but like or subscribe, smash all those buttons, leave us a comment, answer the poll. All right. We'll see you next time.
And don't forget to listen to us next time.
Yeah. Do that too. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.